is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the BBN. It's been a while. We've had some rainouts. You had the Labor Day weekend. It's been a while since we've gotten to play a full weekend, but we're going to get out a show today, kind of showcase some of the players. Not a lot to talk about with the teams because of rainouts, not completing entire weekends, but we got a lot of players to talk about. There's a lot of players that are playing well here in the fall. Speaking of players playing well, let's get it started with some hacking time.
I'm back, like I never left. Another sprint, another step, another day, another breath. Been chasing dreams, but I never slept. I got a new attitude and a lease on life is a peace of mind. Seeking to find I can sleep when I die. Want a piece of the pie, got the keys to the ride, and I'm straight. I'm on my way, get up my way. I'm running late, what can I say? I heard you died twice. Once when they bury you in the grave, and the second time is the last time that somebody mentions your name. So when I leave here on this earth, did I take more than I gave? Did I look out for the people, or did I do it all for fame? Legend is Exodus, searching for euphoria, trudging through the mud to find the present, no ignoring us. Got 20,000 deep off in the street like we some warriors. My mama told me never bow your head. Whoa.
I feel glorious, glorious. Got a chance to start again. I was born for this, born for this. It's who I am, how could I forget? I made it through the darkest part of the night, and now I see the sunrise. Now I feel glorious, glorious. I feel glorious, glorious.
I'm feeling glorious. The crib looking Victorian. Oh yes it is. You know that we've been going it since we hopped out that DeLorean. Yeah, we went on guard. Things are just things, they don't make you who you are. Can't pack up a U-Haul and take it with you when you're gone. We posted on the porch, my family's glasses to the stars. My grandma smiling down on me like, whoop, that boy got bars. Okay, yes I do. I said amen and hallelujah, let me testify to another morning. I'm on it, won't let self get in my way. I got my breath, I got my faith, and I remember why I came.
I feel glorious, glorious. Got a chance to start again. I was born for this, born for this. It's who I am, how could I forget? I made it through the darkest part of the night, and now I see the sunrise. Now I feel glorious, glorious. I feel glorious, glorious. We gon' be alright, put that on my life. When I open my eyes, hope I see you shine. We're planting our flag, they don't understand. The world is up for grabs. We gon' be alright, put that on my life. When I open my eyes, hope I see you shine. We're planting our flag, they don't understand. The world is up for grabs. I feel glorious, glorious. Got a chance to start again. I was born for this, born for this. It's who I am, how could I forget? I made it through the darkest part of the night, and now I see the sunrise. Now I feel glorious, glorious. I feel glorious, glorious.
Whew, a lot of big hacks there. But one hack is going to reign among them all. It is John Wilson with this week's Hack of the Week. And how about that? A big home run for John Wilson there over the right field wall. We also saw Tegan Kryler, one of his home runs in hacking time. He did hit a second one. He's been on fire lately. We're going to talk about him a little more in depth later. Gavin Degnan also hit an over-the-fence home run. It was a grand slam in a big semifinal game. Big shot there from Gavin Degnan, and that kid can rake. You're going to hear a lot more about him going forward the rest of the season. In other news, the SFL has gotten started here. It's the hottest winter league in the entire state of Missouri. You know, you want to check it out. It's on Monday nights, high action, competitive games, and over the winter, it's the only people playing competitive baseball in the entire state. You're definitely going to check it out. And if you want to participate in the SFL, the draft for Season 2 this year is going to take place around October 10th. You're definitely going to get involved. Thank you to everybody for supporting our online store. We doubled the sale of the spring store, and I'm super excited to see all the people in their new Bear gear. You know, I love that transformation when all the new people that come over, you know, they're still wearing their old stuff, and then they get their Bear stuff, and they're all decked out in Bears gear. I love to see it. It's one of my favorite times of year. We've got a lot more coming up the rest of the show. Coming up next is some studs being studs. We'll be right back.
Switch it up like it's about to go up, break them like internet. Goofies wanna run up, we leave them in the dead. You know how it go down, you know we into that. Trust no one, guilty till proven innocent. You just made me mad, I'm finna start spazzing. Okay, true that, I feel that heat rising. Throw your ass in the trash, I hate to be trifling, but keep on playing these games, you might just leave life. Can't stop me, beast mode, I'm too cocky. Leave them scared, I bet he's scared, he's too hockey. Leave him dead right where he stand. Do you copy? You understand? You give his hands a few tries. Speaker box blast, speaker box blast. Speaker box blast, go rat-a-tat-tat.
Speaker box blast, go rat-a-tat-tat. Go laying back hot in the cut like that.
Speaker box blast, speaker box blast. Go speaker box blast, go rat-a-tat-tat.
Speaker box blast, go rat-a-tat-tat.
In fact, we about to go up like.
Welcome back. Now we're going to talk about some studs being studs. To kick it off, it's Tegan Kryler. We've talked about this guy a ton. He was the spring high select MVP. He was a summer all-star, and he is back at it again this fall. A 1769 OPS in the fall. He's making a case for fall MVP right now. That OPS leads the entire Bears organization. He hit 2 home runs this weekend. He continues to rake at the plate. He's a starting third baseman for 12U Dalton, and this guy is just unbelievable. He works his butt off. You know, I just saw him break his record recently at free swing. He's up to 75 miles an hour, which leads all 12U players. And he's a monster, man. He's going to continue to hit, and definitely a guy, he's one of those guys where he's at the plate, you turn and watch, because he's going to do something amazing. Tegan Kryler, he's our first stud being a stud. Moving on, we're going to move to Nathan Sandler for 14U Floyd III. He's got a 1347 OPS that leads his team. He hits leadoff for this team and does a great job of setting the table. You know, it's not just walks and singles. He does his part in the power game too. He drives the gaps. I believe he's second on his team in doubles, so he does his job at the plate, and he has definitely kicked off to a great start to the fall. You know, he also plays a great center field for this team too. Big part of that 14U Floyd III team. Moving on, it's going to be Ethan Brozer. He plays for 14U Floyd. You know, we've talked about him a ton. He's got a 1695 OPS. He continues to rake at the plate with a 680 batting average as well. Ethan Brozer, you know, we talk about him a lot, but he definitely earns it, and he is continuing to be a stud. Moving on, it's Liam Risley. He is a stud being a stud this week. He's the shortstop and leadoff hitter for 16U Floyd. That team has been very good lately, and he is right in the middle of it. You know, he plays a grindy shortstop. He's always diving, looking for some play to make. And now he's starting to hit for power, right? This is a guy, you know, he does it all. He gets on base. He hits for a high average. He plays Gold Glove defense. What doesn't he do? Well, it was hit for power, but now he's got 4 doubles this fall, looking to change that, and he's really driving the baseball with authority. And if he could start putting the ball up and over the fence, Liam Risley might be in the MVP conversation. What a player Liam Risley is. And finally, our last stud, being a stud, is Gavin Degnan. He had a grand slam the other weekend in a big game, and he has continued to hammer the ball at the plate. A 1279 OPS, leads 18U Cooper. He hits 2 in their order, plays center field, and this guy just hammers the ball. If you watch him hit, every ball he hits, it's a shot. I mean, he does not get any joke bloop singles. Every ball he hits with authority. He drives the ball into the gap. He hits the ball in the air. He's exactly what we're looking for at the plate. And Gavin Degnan, what a hard worker he is. And I'm excited to see the peak of this guy's career. He might be one of the best hitters in the Bears this year, and especially next year. He may be a guy we're talking about as the Bears MVP. Coming up next is the rundown. You're not going to want to miss it, as me and Bernie are going to talk about some of the hottest questions in the Bears organizations. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Parker. I play for 16U Floyd. If you want to learn more about joining the St. Louis Bears, contact us at the email below. Go Bears.
Welcome everybody back to the rundown. It's your favorite segment. I'm here with analyst Brandon Burnstill, and we're going to talk about some of the hottest questions in the Bears organization. Bernie, let's kick it off with, who's one guy who's going through a slump right now, but you know is going to turn it on?
I know for a fact that Nathan Driscoll is going to turn it around. He's batting 136 right now. Over the summer, though, he batted above 400. He, at one point, was Floyd's 2-hitter. Still playing good defense, though, so he's got to turn around and return to form.
Yeah, 100%. He's one of those guys. He's got a nice combination of being able to put the ball in for singles, but still has a lot of pop. Yeah, he's definitely a guy that I see really turning it around. And honestly, from this weekend on, I think he could be one of the hottest hitters in the entire organization. You can mark that down. 100% Nathan Driscoll. Another guy, I'm going to go with Brennan Nickerson. He plays for 14U Floyd. He's got a 263 OBP right now, not really making an impact at the plate, but I see this guy working hard all the time. He crushes the ball in free swing, and honestly, I think he's going to go out and he's going to be that impact bat that 14U Floyd needs right now. They need another guy in the lineup to really hit behind Eric and Ethan, and I think he could be the guy. Brendan Nickerson's definitely a guy that I want to watch going forward the rest of the fall, and a guy I'm confident is going to turn it around. Moving on, Bern, what new guy is making the biggest impact on his new team?
That'd be Sam Jones from 14U Floyd. He's batting 400 right now with a 1.028 OPS. He's second on his team in doubles. He's still playing great defense, not made an error in the outfield, and he's just complimenting Ethan and Eric in the middle of that order.
Yeah, he's another guy, man. He goes up to the plate, and he just made an impact immediately when he joined the team. He slotted right in that 2-hole between Mac and Eric, and it makes a huge impact when you have a good 2-hitter to bat in front of those guys at the top of the order. And he's playing left field, playing it well. He's one of those guys you talk about, a center fielder playing the corner outfielder, and those guys are effective when they play defense. And Sam Jones is that guy right now for 14U Floyd, 100%. I love that pick. My guy's going to be JT Byrne. He got called up to 16U Floyd III this season, and he immediately made an impact. He's got 14 RBIs, which leads the entire Bears organization this fall. He solidified the team defensively behind the plate. He's got a 360, 448, 520 slash line, which leads to a 968 OPS. So not only is he solidifying the team defensively, but a team that had trouble at times scoring runs, he's gone in the middle of that order, started driving in a ton of runs. I mean, more than anybody in the Bears right now. And I think that JT Byrne is a guy that we're going to continue to see make an impact. He's a super hard worker and a guy that I love to see succeed right now. That's JT Byrne for 16U Floyd III. Moving on, Bernie. Right now, I want you to make a prediction. Who is going to be the fall Cy Young for the Bears organization?
The fall Cy Young from 18U Cooper will be Michael Filarski. He has the second most innings pitched right now with 12 on the team. He has a 1.750 ERA to start off the fall with a 2.098 FIP. He already has a good changeup and a great curveball, but it's really separated him this fall is that knuckleball he's been developing. He's getting more confident now. He's throwing it a lot, almost every batter, and it's nasty, and that's why he'll get Cy Young.
He's filthy. You talk about a guy who's a junk baller. He is it. He's got 3 pitches that he can use for swings and misses, and when you have 3 different pitches you can put a guy out on, that's a huge difference maker for a pitcher. The biggest thing for him, in my opinion, is getting ahead. We've seen him struggle before when he gets behind batters and then he has to put the ball over the plate. When he gets ahead of hitters, it is darn difficult for them to try to put something in play on his curveball, changeup, and knuckleball. He is absolutely filthy when he's ahead of the count. My pick is going to be a guy we've talked about a lot, but he deserves it. It's Seamus O'Grady. He got moved up to 14U Floyd this season. He started 2 games, both of which 14U Floyd has won. He's got a 1.53 ERA, a 2.5 FIP. He's pitched 9 innings with 9 strikeouts. He's a guy who's not only going to be effective commanding the strike zone, he's not going to walk a lot of batters, and he's going to pick up strikeouts. And with his improved defense going from the lower team to the top tier team, with that defense, I think he could be one of the most effective pitchers in the entire Bears at preventing runs and getting wins for his team. That's been it for the rundown. We still got more BBN coming up next. You're not going to want to miss it.
We rep the South, so what you talking about? I'm not running out my mouth, I know this without a doubt. Cause if you know these streets, then these streets know you. And when it's time to handle business, then we know what to do. Me and my crew, we stay true, old school and new. Many will call, but the chosen a few. We rise to the top, what you want, just in case you forgot. Rush the stage, grab my mic, show me what you got.
You're doing an excellent job, buddy. Hey, way to go get it, 9-ball. Record!
Is that all you got? I'll take your best shot. Is that all you got? I'll take your best shot. Is that all you got? I'll take your best shot. I'll take your best shot.
Good job, Gardner.
Is that all you got? Well, it's alright. It's alright. I'll take your best shot. Is that all you got? Well, it's alright. It's alright. I'll take your best shot. Is that all you got? I'll take your best shot. Take your best shot. Take your best shot. Is that all you got? I'll take your best shot.
Good job.
Take your best shot. Here comes the ready or not. Here comes the boys from the South. Here comes the ready or not. How you like me now? I say. Here comes the ready or not. Here comes the boys from the South.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of the BBN. If you've missed any of our previous episodes, you're going to want to check those out and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our future episodes. Make sure to leave a like on the video, and if you want to be a part of next week's episodes, send in your best clips, hits, pitches, and plays into the BBN email, and we will see you next time.